What do you think?
Oh, it looks great. It does. Yep.
Big decision.
Think about all the shampoo and conditioner that
I
you're going
know.
to save.
I buy shampoo in litre containers.
Not anymore, you don't. Now,
No.
there's a really, really important reason behind why you're doing this. Tell us about the charity that you're supporting.
To raise funds for Relay for Life for cancer. Last year at Pambula, down at my local area, we raised $76,000. This year, my goal is $6,000, and so far, I think it's up to $5,000 now. So I should get there, and I hope that people will add a little more.
No doubt, no doubt. This will generate a lot of interest. Let's have a look now at the all-important before and after shots. Before, she could spin around. Or couldn't spin around. Now she can. Look at that. Amazing difference.
See, I think you look heaps younger, don't you think, David?
Yeah,
what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a plus.
Yeah, why not?
It's just fresh.
Yeah. And there's a little highlight. I don't know if you can really catch that on the TV monitor, but there's little highlights all the way through
We
it.
wanted to avoid a nervous breakdown, so we we trod lightly with the colour.
Oh, with the colour, but not with the scissors, doll.
Not with the scissors.
Not with the scissors.
Brutal.
That's fabulous.
All right. Good luck. Good luck for your cut for cancer.
Thank you
thanks
very
for including
much.
us in that whole process. We're glad to be a part of it, all right? And we wish you lots and lots of luck with
And
it.
thank to everybody that's donated so far, and those that might. Thank you so very much.
Okay. Shirley, will you recover?
Yeah.
We know Marlene well. I'm not so sure about you.
No.
Maddie and David, thank you also for your help.
Pleasure.
And thanks to the Hilton for taking care of our fabulous guests, and to Target as well for Marlene's outfit.
Where's the hair? I'm just not asking for myself, like a friend.
It's
Downstairs. It created problems. When I look at it, I cry. So it was creating.
Put it in a museum somewhere.
It's being sold to the wig people.
All right. Okay, great.
If you'd like to support Marlene and her Relay for Life team this weekend, all the details will be on our website. And there's the address.
Still to come, what Pete Doherty's done to land himself in trouble with the law.
But first, Glenn's sleeping on the job again. Stay with us.
Yeah, separate
Don't do
beds,
that.
that's best.
Later this hour is Saying Sorry, the secret to a happy marriage.
Up next, though, the office gossip with Michael, and we'll get a news hit with Anne. You're watching The Morning Show right here on 7 live around Australia. Ahead this morning, why Mohammed Al Fayed has finally decided to accept the verdict in the Diana inquest.
Right now, it's over to Anne for the latest news.
Morning again, guys. Good morning, everyone. Two Australian sailors charged with assaulting an American student in San Diego have escaped a jail term. Instead, Philip Ferris and Collis Barber have been sentenced to 90 days part-time detention. The attack happened after the three argued over Iraq and football. The Olympic torch is in San Francisco for the US leg of its international journey. Protests began a day before it touched down. Organisers have trimmed the route by 10 kilometres after chaotic scenes in London and in Paris. And police in Sydney have seized millions of dollars in cash, weapons, ammunition and jewellery in raids on homes across the city's west. Bundles of money were found in wall cavities. It's believed to be the proceeds from crimes. And let's check our weather now. Showers in Brisbane and Sydney, mostly fine in Canberra, fine in Hobart, early showers in Adelaide, fine in Perth, mainly fine and hot in Darwin. And if you ever need another reason to moderate your intake, alcohol, tobacco and drugs cost the community $56 billion a year. A new report found they lead to poor health, accidents and crime, and smoking alone contributes to $16 billion in lost productivity. All the details coming up in the news at 11:30. And one other little bit of news for you, Kyles.
For me?
Yes, for you. Your first best friend, Jeffrey Archer, at a literary luncheon in Sydney yesterday said, 50,000 women take me to bed every night. So join the queue.
I liked him so much better before that comment, actually.
Sorry to burst the bubble.
Now you think he's a dirty stop-out.
I've gone off him now. Oh, dear.
Kylie doesn't like things that are easy or common. Thank you, Anne.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, Anne. Michael Pell's in next with the office gossip.
But first, Taryn's giving her old job the flick. Taryn, thanks. More now on that developing news this morning. Mohammed Al Fayed has appeared on British TV to say he will now drop his attempts to prove his son Dodi and Princess Diana were murdered.
Our office gossip Michael Pell joins us now with all the details. Morning to you, Michael. Tell us about the interview.
Yeah, I'm actually quite surprised that he says now he's going to drop it, because he's been campaigning on this whole murder angle for about 10 years. He went on ITN's News at 10. That's where he chose to do his first interview since the verdict yesterday. Let's take a bit of a look at what he had to say.
I think time for me now. I accept the verdict, but with a lot of really things which I am not approving 100%. It's difficult for me. But the most important thing is that the jury have came up that it is not an accident, it's a murder.
Yeah, not quite murder, more like manslaughter or unlawful killing, but he says now this is the end of it, he's going to move on with his life.
Okay. Alrighty, some very sad news also out of the UK this morning. Much-loved TV personality Trisha Goddard. It's very sad. She's been diagnosed with breast cancer. How's Trisha doing?
Yeah, not awfully well, as you'd expect. Her husband says that she's quite exhausted, quite emotional at this time. She went for a routine mammogram 3 weeks ago, and that's when they detected a lump, which they then found was cancerous. They removed the lump, and they did a biopsy on further lymph nodes and found that there was more cancer. So now she has to go for a second operation to remove more lymph nodes, and she may well have to face chemotherapy. So it is very sad. Obviously, you know, a bit of an expat. Spent years here. I used to watch her for years when I lived in London with her talk show Trisha. But again, her husband says when she went to the doctor the first time, they said, you have got the fitness of an elite athlete. So it just goes to show that cancer can touch anybody no matter how fit they are. She's 50 years old, got a couple of kids, one who's already an adult. So it's very, very sad. She's only taking 2 weeks off, I think, from her show for this. But she's trying to... They've only come out and said this because there was so much media interest. They've said, all right, we've set the record straight. Now let us try to deal with this in privacy.
All right, let's hope that Trish makes a speedy recovery. Now, also in the UK, Pete Doherty is in trouble with the law. What's he done this time?
Yeah, from the sublime to the ridiculous. This man, I mean, Carly, you know what I think of this man. He's just a fool. He's a fool, as they'd say on Kath and Kim. He's been jailed for 14 weeks for violation of his probation. Now, his people say that means a number of things, including that he basically turned up to court late all the time and ticked off one too many judges. He's been in and out of court for months over his much publicised drug problems. I just think lock him away and throw away the key. Do we need this man?
Well said, Michael.
The judge has spoken.
The judge has... No, seriously, though. And, you know, Kate Moss and all that stuff, I'm just over him. I just think, just get rid of him.
Michael, thank you very much.
No,
This morning.
what's your office gossip?
She's trying to end it because she's
Yeah.
got a bit of a
We're out of
pregnancy. Take a look
time.
at
Oh, we got
this
extra
photo.
time.
Take a look at this photo of Carly, and it just goes to show that you cannot run or hide.
Oh.
There she is getting her foils done. Now, she's a multitasker because she's reading a magazine, she's brushing up on her script, she's also discussing wardrobe there with Brooke, and she's looking fabulous as well. You can't hide Carly. That was taken from a mobile phone camera. And doesn't she look gorgeous even without makeup?
In the office.
In the office.
And you get paparazzi in your own office.
Yeah.
We're family here. It just goes to show I walk around the office with my foils, and that's
You look
okay.
great.
The scary thing would be me without makeup. That would be
Well, I
scarier.
thought that you looked hot.
great.
Yeah, I love you without makeup.
Earlier on the show, Jeffrey Archer asked if we could send him a photo of Kylie. I'm going to send him that one.
That's okay.
That's the one.
That's all right, Les.
You look
Yeah,
hot,
looks
Kylie.
hot.
Thank you,
You know,
Michael. Thank you.
I'm looking for a Logie's dress. That's what I'm doing here. Stay with us after the... Thanks, Michael. I think the rules on apologising in a marriage. We're back with more in just a minute. You can apologise any time you like now to me.
I'm sorry, darling.
Yes. All is forgiven. Well, with 1 in 2 marriages, that's like half, right? Ending in divorce. Many people would love to know the real secret to a happy relationship.
Might have to get the calculator out for that one, Kylie. For Madonna, it's pretty simple. Have a look.
You've been married now for 7 years. I wanted to ask you what the secret is to a successful marriage, especially when there is so much travelling involved.
Learn to write good letters. Learn to say you're sorry, even when it wasn't your fault. Communication. Develop good communication skills.
So has the material girl got it right? Here with her thoughts is the morning show psychologist, Jo Lamble. Good morning to you, Jo.
Morning.
Is it worth admitting you're wrong even when you think maybe that you're not so wrong and maybe just a little tiny baby bit right?
Look, I'd never encourage anyone to say sorry when they or to say that they were wrong when they thought they were right. But there are plenty of times where you should stop telling someone that you're right. It's really good to to calmly say, let's agree to disagree, or to say what my husband often says is, well, possibly, which means, no, you're wrong, but I'm not, I don't want to discuss it anymore.
Right, I'm prepared to concede. You can concede, right?
Well, you can concede that we don't agree.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do.
Okay.
But you don't have to say, you're right, I'm wrong.
Right.
It's false.
Is it ever too late to apologise?
No, never too late. I mean,